Here are 5 tips that made me a world-class player and that will make you immediately better. Now you might think those 5 tips will be for elite players only. Actually, quite the contrary. They're super basic, but the one thing that I learned while I played on tour and actually making the transition from juniors into the pros was that if your fundamentals are not rock solid, you're going to be in trouble. Now, I had the benefit of learning these things when I was very, very young. I had great coaches that had, actually, I want to say a lot of imagination to make those things accessible and easy to learn for me. But I know that a lot of the clients that I have are adult learners, and they did not have that benefit. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 things that are fundamental, and they're going to make you better immediately. One of the most often asked questions I get, believe it or not, is how tightly should I hold the racket? And when I'm answering, you should hold it so loosely that your body, specifically your arm, your hand, and your wrist, can do what they were designed to do. That could mean a whole lot of things to a whole lot of different people. So I'm going to share with you what one of my coaches taught me. You want to hold the racket as tightly or loosely as you would hold a live mouse. Well, granted, this is actually a cat toy from my own cat, but the point is that, well, if you squeeze too tightly, well, the mouse is not going to like it. If you hold it too loosely, then the mouse is running away or the racket is flying out of your hand. So why should you be holding it fairly loosely? And yeah, this is the mouse. When we talk about the need for a relatively loose arm, one of the major things, and this is mostly on the forehand, but some other strokes as well, is that you need a lag. You don't need the snap. That's definitely not what happens. But if you hold on too tight, and one of a really good way to measure is that if I see white knuckles, and sometimes I literally see them from the other side of the court, your arm is not relaxed enough that you can naturally get into this position. The weight of the racket as you take it back will actually pull the racket back here and will open your wrist so that you get into what's called the lock-in position. And that's a really crucial position that you need to have when you want to hit a good forehand. And if you think that with a tight wrist, tight arm, really death grip, you're going to be able to do this at point of contact, the wrist action that you might see, then yeah, that's not going to happen, because at contact point, the ball is on the racket for 0.0000 whatever milliseconds, and yeah, deliberately, you cannot influence that. Volleys are hit with your legs, and here's what I don't mean. Wrong sport. What I mean by that, and what my coaches meant, was that it's all about your footwork, your legs moving through the ball on volleys. So most of the time when you're seeing somebody volley, somebody who volleys really well, the racket only travels about this much. And yeah, if you're just doing this, you can't really generate a whole lot of power. So something else needs to generate the power, and it is your legs. When you think you're seeing somebody swing, a lot of times the racket still only travels this shortly, but it's the legs that bridge the gap from where you are to where the contact point is and a little bit further through. So you really want to work more on moving through. So make sure that your lower body stays under your upper body. I'm going to show you a really great drill. Well, great for me. All right, 1, up, up, up. 2, good. 3, up, 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 good. 4, 5, go through, good. All the way back, 6, and up, up, up. There we go, nice. My swing shape will dictate the shape my ball has. It really all depends on what I'm trying to do with the ball. So for instance, if I have this position here, I'm on the sideline on the deuce court, I'm a right-hander, and I want to hit a short cross-court ball, I'm not going to finish over my shoulder, and I'm probably not even going to finish over my biceps. I'm going to finish here, over my hip, because I want the ball to go up quickly, past the net, go over the net, and then come down quickly. So my swing shape resembles a rainbow. Another time I may use this kind of swing shape is from further inside the court. If I swing with a full extension all the way over my left shoulder, I'm going to nail that thing right in the fence. I need the ball to come up quickly, and because I have less room to hit into, I need it to come down quicker. So my swing shape will be this. If I hit a regular rally ball from back here and I want the ball to go deep, that is most likely when I'm finishing more over my biceps and my shoulder, and my entire swing is a little flatter. And then of course, if I want extreme topspin, like Rafa, or for instance, I want a lob, that's when I have the inverted swing. I want the ball to go steep, up quickly, so my swing will be steeper. Finish like an airplane on the slice. Okay, that's a little bit of a weird tip my dad gave me, but what you actually want to understand on this slice, even though you see the Federers, Bardys, and whoever else is hitting a really great slice, you might be tempted to see that they're opening up their side. That is not true. They're actually staying fairly much side on up until contact, and then of course in the follow through, the finish, they're opening up, rotating some, because that is the axis my hip works when I'm out of range of motion. But at point of contact, my chest will actually point here to the net post. By actively using your left hand, you're preventing your turning open too soon, and it helps with the extension, because another very common mistake is to think that you have to hack down to get a powerful slice. To my mind, a slice is not a power shot anyways. It needs to be sticky, it needs to be very low over the net. It doesn't have to be super fast. Actually, one of the benefits of the slice is that it is a little slower. It's a change-up of the rhythm, of the pace, of the depth, of the height of the spin. So the left arm back so that I'm then ending up in an airplane also prevents me from hacking down on the ball. This is definitely a tip from my junior years, because yeah, in juniors I don't know, want to finish the point way too fast. You don't really know how to build the point. So one of the things that my dad always said was, you cannot attempt a point building shot unless you have both of your feet inside the baseline. What is a point building shot? So the way that I'm structuring points is you have a maintaining shot, which means that you really can't do anything other than neutralizing the ball. Give them one more ball so that you're staying in the point. So these might be really defensive shots. You might be far behind the baseline. You might be pulled out of the court. So you're not trying to go for broke, for sure. The point building shot is one that gives you the opportunity to win the point on the next shot. So it could, for instance, be a mid-court forehand. If you hit a winner of that, fantastic, but you don't have to do it quite yet. Or it could be an approach shot. Basically, that enables you to just transition in. You might still need one more shot, a transition volley, but then the third shot from the point building shot on, that's the one you want to kill. The point finishing shots will be played in this area here. So again, could be an overhead, could be a volley, or then if you have a forehand here, kapow. Yeah, on that one you can go for broke. If you miss that, well, I might be yelling at you for other stuff, but not because you went for the wrong shot. Did you know that you can actually get more content that I'm not publishing anywhere else, if you join my Patreon? For as little as $5, you're actually getting early access to the videos that I do publish here on YouTube. And in addition, you're getting more info, you're getting more content, you're getting discounts. And if you upgrade to the Grand Slam level, that's $15 a month, you can actually join the monthly live Zoom call. It's a coaching call, it's really interesting. So go and check out my Patreon.